Good evening, everybody. I'm Dan, Father Provider Pa, Renaissance Man in Training, Editor-in-Chief of the Mythoverse. Welcome to Radio Mythoverse for October 2nd, 2021. It is October, spooky month, month 10. Getting some cool weather where I am finally, so that's always pleasant. We have a pretty special show for you tonight. I will be playing a game for anyone watching on Twitch, but we have quite a bit of cool things to talk about. We just wrapped up a Hallowed Harvest campaign. We're going to be talking all about that. But first, what have we gotten done? What have we gotten done? Well, we'll go over that real quick as well. So thanks to everyone who's going to join us. Thanks to everyone who will be watching this. Let's get started. So tonight, we have a full panel of creators with us. The creative team behind Hallowed Harvest. And we got a lot to talk about with regard to that project. It just wrapped up successfully. And, as I'm about to show you, it's grown. So, let me swap over to that real quick. So here we have the Hallowed Harvest Volume 2 campaign, just wrapped up yesterday, with a total of 47 backers, pledging $1,645. And if you were to have a look at the previous campaign, it had 43 backers and $1,220. So the Hallowed Harvest brand has experienced the much needed growth. But more importantly, we got this baby funded, and we're all super excited to have all the creators here with us tonight. So we have with us James, Neville, Dylan, Salem, and Bunny, as well as Mr. Brett, the head of community outreach. So how's everyone doing tonight?
I'm already toasted, so this is going to be a fun stream.
Oh, we pre-gamed, didn't we?
Oh, yes. I've had 6 beers in the last 2 hours, so I'm primed for singing.
Hey, we're in the chat.
Lightweight.
What up?
He's like Batman. He needs prep time.
I don't even get the reference.
With enough prep time, I too can waste myself and embarrass myself online.
Yes. It must be done.
Yes.
For the glory of the Mythoverse.
You guys need prep time to embarrass yourselves online. Rank amateurs.
Well, he does.
Well,
I can do that in one
the
post.
prep time wasn't to embarrass
I can name
myself.
that tune in
prep
one
time
note.
was just to make sure I was drunk. I wanted to be drunk going into the stream, not just halfway through.
Alright. Well, that's
Gotta
fair.
make sure it processes.
I suppose that is fair. So anyway, Hallowed Harvest Volume 2. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how the campaign went, James, and where it's at right now?
Oh man, you're making the drunk guy explain shit.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So what's the question again?
The question is, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck? If a woodchuck could chuck wood.
A woodchuck would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
There you go. Precisely.
I might be drunk, but I'm still slightly coherent.
Alright.
We need to change that.
So I'm gonna make you do a like a drunk test.
I have
you know,
whiskey.
where
I
you have
whiskey.
to walk
I
on
can-
you have to bounce on one foot while putting one finger on your nose and reciting the alphabet backwards. So
We'll take your word for it.
I can't
you're
do that
doing it.
sober.
well, no, metaphorically speaking. So I want you to describe for me in exquisite, excruciating detail how the campaign went and where it's at right now.
All right, so the campaign went pretty well. I'm very happy that we got funded because that means we can get stuff in people's hands as fast as possible. We started off like the first night we made $500 or so, and then it was pretty slow over the following couple weeks. We eventually got up to $1,000 and then $1,200, and then in like the last 2 nights we made somewhere between $200 and $400. The night, I think it was 2 or 3 nights before the end of the campaign, I tweeted out that if we got funded that night, I'd get wasted and sing "We Are the Champions" on stream. And then within like 45 minutes, we were funded. So here we are.
Hooray! So now
And
you've learned a little bit
What
about
are we
marketing.
exactly?
Anytime you
Uh,
offer to
sure.
embarrass yourself, people will pay to see that.
Yes. And I'm happy.
Good, good, good.
I made the mistake of giving that shit away for free.
Well, now you've learned. Now you've learned.
Yeah,
You,
yeah,
you
yeah,
never
yeah.
work for free. You always invoice, and you always
That's
ask to be
right.
compensated
For embarrassing myself.
for embarrassing yourself. Yes.
Like I didn't used to have to drink to embarrass myself online. I was a kid once. I would just say stupid shit.
Little birdie saying that we're not up on YouTube.
Well, I mentioned that in the creator chat, right as we were going live, that we're having issues streaming to YouTube, so we're on Twitch only at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm streaming through Restream, and typically there's no problems whatsoever. It just automatically works, but for some reason it's only streaming to Twitch tonight. It might have something to do with the fact that I deactivated YouTube to do my gaming streams, but typically all I have to do is turn it right back on, and it works. But it did not tonight.
Oh.
So I'll troubleshoot that later. I didn't want to do it live. So I'll get that fixed up for our next stream. We'll make sure to have the dual stream working, but for some reason it just is not tonight.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with all that being said, the campaign wrapped up yesterday, and the backer surveys were just sent out this afternoon. So if you back the campaign and you're watching, check your inbox for the questions that we're going to need you to answer. Really straightforward. We just need you to fill out your mailing address, let us know what email address you prefer us to use to send you the digital content, and whether or not you would prefer to have the censored or uncensored version of Hallowed Harvest Volume 2.
And I apologize that we have a censored version at all.
Well, yeah. It was already
It
done
is
when
what it
I
is.
saw what state it was in, and I was like, yeah. Typically, as long as you give everyone a choice, that's fine.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah,
It
I'm not worried
is
about it. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah,
what it is.
Yeah, I was just told, okay, next time, just warn us.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Just remember, it's a Halloween book, and while that is macabre, and I'm fine with that, you know, some of these people might be parents that want to share it with their kids. So let's just keep that in mind.
Horrifying.
Yeah, I know. Why would they ever want to do that? Why would they want to
Okay.
share our stuff with their children? It's terrible.
Okay, I don't know if I think I've talked about this on stream before, but, my sister, used to work at like this after school thing, and she would she showed her kids the Hallowed Harvest, right? She showed except for Neville's story.
But that's the best one for children. That
Yes, it
doesn't
is.
make any sense. That doesn't make any sense to me.
I know.
Well,
Okay, in
it
this
depends.
case-
It depends what children you're talking about. Like my middle child, who is now 10, I showed her One Piece when she was 7, and I had forgotten. Like within the first 2 pages or so, Monkey D. Luffy stabs himself in the face to show how tough he is to the pirates, and she was miserable when she saw that. So you never can tell how kids are going to react. Some won't mind, some will. So.
I'm sure she's toughened up a little bit.
Oh, she doesn't care. She doesn't care now. She doesn't care now. But at the time,
I
she
mean-
She
was
stabbed herself in the face to prove it.
yeah, she's got that scar under her eye.
Oh, nice.
I mean, once you see somebody stab themselves in the face, everything after that probably seems pretty tame.
Yeah,
Revenge of the Weed, Chad, huh?
and I was trying to soften the blow for her, to say, look, he's okay. He was just doing it to himself. He said, but no, look, and she pointed at his face. He's crying when he stabs himself in the face. He's really hurt. So yeah, she's really empathetic. So good for her, bad for me.
She's like, I see right through your
I'm
lies.
gonna be
Luffy.
king of the ninjas.
Yeah. So.
Correct me.
So yeah, we got, let me see here. We got 47 backers. Like I said, that's an improvement over the last campaign. So way to go, everyone pushing it. We got more money than we did last time on Kickstarter, and
Nice.
we got. It's not quite done yet. We do have some cool stuff coming up. We do have like all the surveys out, and we got the print proofs already. And I believe James has them in hand. Do you?
Yes, I do. Yes. So I already verified them. There was. Yeah, I already got my assessment into Dan. They're looking pretty good. I'm excited, especially Volume 2. Can I say how it's bound? 'Cause I don't know what information I can share. I'm drunk.
No. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and share.
Okay, yeah, so here, let me see if I can take some pictures and post them on the Discord while I'm explaining. So Volume 1, because it's a tiny bit shorter, is bound like a traditional comic book. It's just got the staples through the spine, but it's about as chunky as you can go without it being ridiculous.
Not only about, it is precisely how big it can go. 64 pages.
Oh shit! Well done. Very good. But Volume 2 is just amazing. I'm so happy with how it turned out. It's got, when I was at the shop picking it up, they said it was like perfect bound or whatever the hell that means. But it's bound. It's got a flattened edge spine instead of just the staples through it. So it's got like glued groupings of pages in a spine. And it looks so good. I'm very happy with how it turned out.
Yeah, if you can take a picture and put it in the Discord, I'll
Right.
show it off.
Hey, James, now we need to describe that absolutely perfectly and scientifically for the audience. Go.
Hang on. I'm switching my input device to my microphone so I can face away and you guys can still kind of hear me. Okay, can you guys still hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yo.
Actually,
Yeah.
clearer than before.
Oh,
We might
well,
also
shit. Very
we may
good.
also need you to take a breathalyzer.
Shut up. Here.
Damn.
It smells like beer and sweat.
Yes, it might
As
smell
we
a
should.
little bit like that.
The Navy.
I think that might be you, Salem.
Navy. Let's. There we go. That should work. Uploading now from my phone.
Nice. Yes, so the reason I had to go with perfect binding, it's more expensive to do that. So that's why I elected to go with the Stadelsitch binding for Volume 1 because we were able to. But yeah, perfect binding is what you would normally associate with like a trade paperback, where it's got like James said, a stiff spine, and it's bound with glue instead of staples. And just overall, it feels a lot more substantial and heavy, and I don't know. It's just much more satisfying to hold a book bound that way, in my opinion. But it's also a bit more expensive, and I was trying to save as much money as possible.
Well, I think it was 100% worth it for Volume 2. It's awesome. I'm so happy.
So for the people watching, how much bigger is Hallowed Harvest Volume 2 compared to the original?
I think it's like plus somewhere between 6 and 10 pages of content.
Yep.
Right.
I don't remember the exact page counts. I think it's like 64. Dan, you said 64 for Volume 1.
That's correct.
Volume 2, I think, is like 73 or 74.
Yeah, and I had to fill it up because pages, you need to submit pages in multiples of 4.
Well, you didn't fill it up. Actually, Volume 1 had more pinups and stuff than Volume 2 did at the end. Volume 2 just had the waitress fruit pie ad, whereas there was like 3 or 4 poster type images at the end of Volume 1.
Right.
Yeah, so this time around, more bang for your buck.
Yes, you get more story this time around, and like James said, you get the waitress fruit pie ad that was previously a Patreon exclusive. That was done for us by Forrester, and I approached him and said, you know, he's really good at producing work that looks like it was not only drawn in the 60s, but also printed in the 60s. He's got a real knack for that, so I said, hey, why don't you make us a parody of those Hostess fruit pie ads where they would make single-page comic book stories and have it set in the Mythoverse. And I gave him the script, and he did a great job on it. So previously,
yeah, Forrester's like the only guy I would like really go to. So like, hey, you want to like read like this Golden Age character that's public domain, which we are actually doing. And I go to him, and he knows what he's talking about. And it's like Forrester really like knows what he's doing, and it's like it's crazy. Like I swear to God, you know, if you told me he was like 80 years old, like I would believe it. I mean, because you know, it's hard to get him to use Discord properly. What is the internet? Yeah.
What is this internet? It'll never catch on.
you mean I can do it on a computer?
This internet is something that is very, very interesting. Where do I put the quarter in?
There are no quarters for the internet. You just pay your ISP.
What's an ISP?
What the hell is an ISP?
That sounds like a recipe for chaos.
That sounds like something a communist would be up to.
I mean, that's just what the internet is at this point, but
Communist propaganda, I knew it.
Propaganders.
I mean, you're not wrong.
So anyway, I put up the waitress fruit pie ad on the screen right now, so you can see what we're talking about. So
did you post the picture of the prints or no?
Where did you put that?
It's just in Creator Club.
In Creator Club.
Oh wait, hang on. I might be.
I don't see it in Creator
It's in Mythoverse Halloween. I'm done. Mythoverse Halloween.
Mythoverse Halloween. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. You get a janky ass image of the books on my bed.
Okay. So now that is up on the screen.
Yes.
Okay. So on the left is Hallowed Harvest Volume 1, and that's saddle stitched. And on the right is Hallowed Harvest Volume 2, and that is square bound, perfect bound. And it's a little bit heftier. And there you go.
Hefty.
That's good. It means more content for our viewers, because that's something Brian always goes on about is more content.
More content, more content, more content.
What, giving the customer more? That's unheard of.
By the way, another extra perk with the bigger book is that it might hurt more if you throw it at somebody.
It's a good home defense system.
That's right. By the way, I had a nice little experience. I had this crazy fanatic come at me at the sushi place I was having lunch at, and he asked me to sign his original copy of the book.
Nice.
Wait, what? You had a guy ask you for a signature on Hallowed Harvest?
No, it was a friend of mine.
Okay.
He did actually come with the book and ask me to sign.
That's cool. That's awesome. That makes me happy.
Moving up in the world.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you guys right now. I think the reason why Hallowed Harvest Volume 2 was such a good investment, you pay like $5 just to get just a normal book by itself. I went to my local comic book store recently, and I bought Batman '89. I don't know. I think it was around $5.
Yeah.
It was more advertisements than story. I swear to God. And then you pay $5 for, this whole big chunky anthology with no advertisements. It's
there's an advert at the end, but it's an in-universe advert.
Well, yeah, at the very end.
It's a fake ad.
Well, yeah.
Well, it actually says advertisement on it.
Yes.
Could you get a picture? Could you get a picture of that, James?
Yes, I will.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't this image exist on our Patreon or something like that?
Well, it does, and here I have it up
Okay.
right now. But in the print edition of Hallowed Harvest Volume 2, where it appears, I actually put
All right.
the word.
I'm taking a
advertisement.
picture for you.
I actually put the word advertisement over it, like they used to have in the comics.
Well, yeah,
Amazing.
but you get what I
For
mean. though.
authenticity.
Yes. So yeah, this is the ad.
Okay, hang on. This might actually be a terrible image because I'm too stupid or too drunk to turn flash off on my phone. Let's see how it turns out. Okay, that is a terrible image. So let me turn the flash off on my phone.
The crazy cultist. Whoa!
Oh, shit, hiccups. Ah.
Yeah, so for those who aren't familiar, you missed out. Basically, the ads were single-page comic stories, and they'd star Spider-Man, Hulk, or whoever, and they would foil the villain's plans by distracting them with snack cakes.
Hey, there we go. That one's
Hostess
slightly
fruit
less
pies.
terrible, Dan.
Oh man, that would stop me from being evil.
Check Mythoverse Halloween.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't burn down this orphanage? Why not? Because I got some snack cakes. Ooh.
Yeah, so there.
A compelling argument, sir.
So there you see. That is how it appears in Hallowed Harvest Volume 2. It has the word advertisement.
Okay. Yeah, it says advertisement, but it should be in quotations. Advertisement.
Well, no, this is a legitimate advertisement for waitress fruit
Yes.
pies.
It is indeed an advertisement just for a product that doesn't exist.
What
Yeah,
do you
like
mean?
those
No,
ads.
we at the Mythoverse are dedicated to customer service. We will make a product, waitress fruit pies. we will make it real, and we will start selling it to people because that's what the masses desire.
I don't know if you want to make that kind of promise.
I'm drunk. Nothing I say can be taken seriously.
Yeah, but you're on the internet, so
True, but
It absolutely will.
all
yes.
it takes is some splicing of audio files.
That is true, but at that point you might as well not speak on the internet. So
Ladies
I'm
and
gonna
gentlemen,
take my
this is
risks.
probably not going to happen. Just don't hold your breath, please.
Oh, no, it's gonna happen now. Now it has to happen.
Yeah,
Listen, waitress fruit pies will come along adjacent to the return of Christ. Just saying.
That's how we're going to tempt him to come back, is with waitress fruit pies.
Here,
Jesus,
Jesus.
Jesus,
Do
will you come back to
you
Earth?
do you really
No, I'm
think
not.
that he wants to come back of this year of all years?
This,
For
I mean, for
waitress
the waitress
pies?
fruit pies are worth it.
Yes.
The waitress
These-
fruit pies are worth it.
these
100%.
might be the holiest of all pies, guys.
Listen, I've tried one, and I'm just gonna say, the most sacred religious experience of my life.
Okay.
The holy mother of pies.
Okay, I have a pitch right here, right now, for another advertisement.
Okay.
You can decide whether or not it's going to be Jesus, but you know, it has to be some kind of God that's given waitress fruit pie.
It would have to be
I
the
don't-
god of gluttony that we have, the one that has a giant hole in his belly. That'd be funny.
What's his
Zeus,
name?
don't pork this woman. Why? Because I've got a waitress fruit pie for you.
Oh, Zeus is just gonna pork the fruit pie.
Oh my god,
listen.
guys, no!
Problem
We're gonna
solved.
fix all
Yes.
of Greek mythology with a fruit pie.
Okay, hang on. Am I not the only person who's drunk right now? Because things
Yeah,
went
I'm
south
kidding.
very quickly.
Listen, I'm the way I always am.
No. I'm just saying you can't tempt Zeus off of some.
Euronymous.
Yeah,
Wait,
you
Euronymous,
can't.
that's
You can't.
our-
No,
that's
you
our-
can't
Quite
tempt
literally, it went
Zeus.
south.
No, you can't tempt Zeus away from anything except for something else for him to pork.
Yes,
Okay, there
the
needs to
problem
be
is solved.
Okay, there needs to be like a Bavarian like cream flavor of waitress fruit pies, and just call it Zeus flavor.
What a wonderful day.
Okay.
Pie.
We derailed very far.
Yeah.
Oh my
That didn't take any
goodness.
time at all, did it?
But
It's
you know,
alcohol.
but in my defense, my joke was relating to the mythology. So
Yeah, and you know what? I'm fine with it because you guys, you funded your book and You're looking at a print copy of it right there on the screen right now, so it's real, it's happening. People are going to read it, and that's something to celebrate. So
Some people have already read it.
Yeah, so go get drunk, be silly, have fun. That's all I have to say tonight.
When do I get my singing slot?
You can
I
sing now. You can sing right now if you wish.
Oh, very good. So, for those of you who are unaware, one night, a couple of nights ago, I was like, hey, if we get funded by morning, I'm going to get toasted and sing We Are the Champions on stream. And then within 45 minutes, we got funded.
There you go.
And so here's my rendition. Enjoy. I've paid my dues time after time.
Where's the movie?
I've done my sentence, but committed no crime.
Okay, tell me when he's done.
And bad mistake. I've made a few. I've had my shares and kicked in my face, but I've come through. It goes on and on and on and on. We are the champions, my friends. And we'll keep on fighting to the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world.
Yeah. Give it up for James, man.
I've taken my bows and my curtain calls. You brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. I thank you all. But it's been no bed of roses and no pleasure cruise. I consider it a challenge before all human race, and I ain't gonna lose. It's on and on and on and on. We are the champions, my friend. And we'll keep on fighting to the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. My friends. And we'll keep on fighting to the end. Oh, we are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions.
Okay, is he still going?
I think so.
No, that's the end of the song.
Nice.
That didn't feel like 3 minutes. Wow, that went really fast.
Next time, do My Way by Frank Sinatra.
I don't know. I've never heard that song before.
Can I like?
It's too,
I mean, you
I might
probably
listen
have.
to it.
More, much more.
I don't think singing it'll help.
My way.
And wasn't Salem supposed to drink something horrible?
Yes. Fuck.
Ah, yes. Salem, it's your turn.
You thought
pay up.
he thought he was gonna get out of this.
By the way, about the singing, can I like retroactively like give back my consent and just cancel
refunds?
Hey,
Okay.
listen. You people paid for it. You people
My
being the viewers.
All right.
My ears.
So,
Well, I don't think so. There's only 8 people in the chat.
I'm okay if your ears are bleeding. That's fine. I fulfilled my promise.
Nah, my ears are just no longer virgin.
okay. I'm gonna let Brett explain what's going on. Okay.
Okay, so
A running gag on the Venture Brothers is that Rusty Venture makes horrible drinks. Like whatever, doesn't matter what he puts in it, the reaction everyone gives him is, "Oh God, Rusty, this is awful." And again, according to the show staff writers, this is completely intentional. These are supposed to be the worst drinks possible. One such drink is Hunchback, which is very apropos because it debuted in the Halloween special for the Venture Brothers.
Yeah.
What goes into a Hunchback? Bourbon, Coke, and ketchup.
Oh,
Bourbon, Coke, and ketchup.
that's just offensive.
Yes, and
You- part of it-
Salem must drink.
What part of
think
it-
it's wait a minute. You think it's offensive? What about me?
I don't care about you.
Sauron, what part of these are supposed to be the worst drinks possible did you miss?
Imagine being
I
a
mean,
loser.
I get
Alright,
that
and-
context, but still.
All right, and to prove that I'm doing this, I did drop some pictures in the I think the Creator Club section.
I believe it's
That-
a club.
Imagine being the loser that
Yeah.
has
So you can
Oh wait.
so you can post those onto the stream so people can see that I'm not that I'm
You gotta
not making
post the
stuff
mixed
up.
drink though. You gotta post the drink once it's mixed, and then your progress as you take sips.
Yeah, because, like, how do we know you're actually drinking? And not saying you would lie, but, you know, it'd be nice to have that visual confirmation.
Okay. Here. Okay. First, I got a bunch of ice. First, I'm putting in the I'm gonna get the nasty ingredient out of the way first. Actually, no, it's gonna be trying to figure out which one would be best to mix it in. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in first.
say-
So I'm putting.
I
might wanna put
ketchup
the
and
custard
then the
first.
whiskey and cola, so that you can kind of break up the
Yeah,
ketchup with the actually
that's what
pouring
I'm-
the whiskey and cola.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so here I'm taking a picture. I'm taking a picture right now. I never thought I'd see the day where ketchup was sitting on ice. Okay.
These are strange times.
So here's the Here, I even took a picture of it mid pour. Okay.
Is this Creator Club or Mythoverse Halloween?
Creator Club.
Very good.
And let me pull up the pull you up. Okay.
Fun fact. Rusty says he was inspired to create the Hunchback one Halloween after Henning in costume as a Hunchback served him a drink of blood that was actually ketchup and Pepsi.
Okay, so yes, and I chose the an appropriate glass for tonight. I don't know if you guys could read what the glass says on it, but
I have mixed drink about feelings.
yes. And then on the other side it says drink responsibly.
There's nothing responsible about Wisconsin.
All right.
Just their beer and cheese.
Now, is this ketchup or catsup?
Ketchup. Whoever people who say catsup are just being pretentious. Oh, I'm eating catsup. You
Catsup.
mean there's no reason to make ketchup sound fancy. It's ketchup.
Stop delaying Salem. We must see the image with the ketchup, booze,
Ketchup
and
You know, in the
doesn't
olden days,
Here,
it's
wait,
like, you know, in the old,
I got your next one right here.
Catsup doesn't sound
in the olden days,
fancy.
ketchup
It
wasn't
sounds
made
silly.
with tomato.
It wasn't?
No, in the old days, ketchup was basically a sauce made out of mushrooms.
Huh.
that sounds like bullshit, but whatever.
I mean, when you really think about it, ketchup is only
I will
it's
let-
basically
you think
tomato smoothie.
Okay,
Just a bunch of
next.
sugar.
Oh no.
All right. So there's that, and now a cola.
Pixar didn't happen, Salem.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You just posted them.
I have it even and James over this. I'm not gonna let this one go. Bro, if I'm not making this up.
What's going
All
on?
right, I didn't get the picture of me pouring the cola in, but I've got a picture of it in there, and now I'll proceed to mix it up. Okay, I'm mixing it up, and oh my God, it.
Make sure you have a bucket close at hand, just in case.
The thing is, here's the thing. I'm actually not too worried about this. You know, I've made little jokes here and there, but the thing is, people drink Bloody Marys. The most disgusting, evil idea of a drink I've ever heard in my life.
Drink it up.
And yet
Drink
people.
it.
Drink it.
Drink it.
Drink it.
I'm not.
Drink
I'm
it.
not until
Do it.
I'm not. I'm,
Drink it.
Wait, I'm not.
Drink
I'm
it.
not until.
Drink it.
I'm not until you guys get the picture.
Oh, drink it.
But
We
but
have
no,
the
all I'm.
picture. Drink
But
it.
what I'm saying, no, I gotta get you the picture of it. Now it's mixed up. But what I'm saying is that people drink Bloody Marys, and I don't know why in the hell would you drink tomato sauce with vodka in it, and then put a pickle in it? What the hell? Okay, here it is,
All right,
mixed
drink
up.
it.
Now I will take a sip.
Wait,
Oh, is it loading? Okay.
maybe in the Creative Club.
I can see it.
There's still some chunks. In there.
Intoxication just disrupts my sense of time, so.
Okay, it looks
I
like
see
tomato.
it now.
It looks like tomato juice, honestly.
All right.
How does it smell?
All right.
Drink it.
Oh, how's it smell?
Drink it.
It
Drink it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the
Drink
whiskey.
it. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it.
Smells
Drink it.
like
Drink it. Drink it.
Drink it.
Drinking. I'm drinking. All right, here we go.
Chug, chug, chug,
Chug, chug.
chug, chug, chug.
It
And that
tastes
was the
like
last
tomato
we heard.
soup.
I was about to say that was the last we heard of Salem.
Wait, it
tastes
actually sounds like it's not that bad.
No, it tastes like cold tomato soup.
You kidding? When Greg on how to drink like this, he nearly retched.
I'm actually. I'm gonna be honest. This is I've had worse drinks that are considered normal.
Chug,
Wow.
chug, chug,
Interesting.
chug, chug.
Chug.
Greg was the.
Drink
Greg
it all in
reacted
one
to it like
sip.
it was the. Greg reacted to it like it was the worst thing he ever had.
Well, if you're expecting like a regular drink, that I could see, I would even have the same reaction if it's like, here's a mixed drink. Oh, thank you.
I mean,
I'd immediately
you
go.
really think about it, the whiskey should overpower the ketchup. Any taste of
Honestly,
ketchup
you know what? Actually, no. The ketchup I think is stronger.
really?
Ketchup is
And I put in-
overpowering the bourbon.
And I put in an equal amount of ketchup and whiskey, and then I only put in barely any cola in there.
Just think about this, guys. This might be what your SpaghettiOs are made out of. Never
I
think
mean, that's fine. SpaghettiOs are great.
Well,
Yeah,
I
there's-
guess
But,
this first
Chef
drink is
Boyardee.
not as good as I was hoping.
Listen,
But
let me-
yeah,
let me put
I
it this way.
definitely-
If you're trying to like convince me of something that's disgusting, and you're like, "Oh, this sounds horrible," well, that's how you make SpaghettiOs. I love SpaghettiOs. You now convinced me that the disgusting thing is no longer disgusting.
Go good. Go
Well,
eat it.
well, here's
Try
the-
it.
Hold on, I
So-
expect
Long
you
way
to
to find
now
out.
mix a drink and join us in our embarrassing bullshit on stream.
Yep,
Um,
yep. If you're gonna
you
call us
must
out
do
on
it
it,
now,
you gotta do it
Sauron.
now. You
You gotta do it now,
yep.
Sauron.
Yeah,
I don't have
back
any
yourself
bourbon,
into that
though.
corner.
Do you have
Um,
any liquor?
I have whiskey. I don't
Got
have
it.
ketchup because ketchup is awful.
Now here's the question I got,
Heresy.
guys.
Then use
So,
mustard.
If you wait a minute,
That's a
wait a minute.
completely
So if
different
people,
drink now.
so if people are okay. So wait, how in the hell is it that this is considered weird, yet people consider Bloody Marys to be one of the drinks? Because that is
Who's ever said
disgusting.
that?
You know, I'm gonna be real with you. I've only met like 2 people who like legitimately drink Bloody Marys.
Really, because it's like almost every time I've gone to the
I've
bar,
never really met
somebody's
someone
drinking
who's
one.
like, "Oh my god, I love me some Bloody Marys." Like I've seen places that serve them, but I've never seen anyone like order one.
For anyone who's just joining, he already did it. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, and it wasn't as entertaining as I thought. I thought he would like absolutely hate it, but it sounds like he was nonplussed.
No, it sounds like next time we need to have somebody play that jelly bean game.
I got one that'll get him. I got one that'll get Sam for sure. This Gin Fizz.
Next time.
You need slow gin, grapefruit juice, simple syrup, carbonated water, like white optional, and a Slim Jim or comparable beef jerky product.
That sounds very cursed.
That's insane.
Very well.
It's rusty.
The most
oh, go ahead. Say it, Sauron.
I was saying, because like you talk about the disgusting drinks. I know, like, one I don't think it's disgusting because I've had it before, but I know a lot of people probably get turned off by it. Is I have a bottle of Habusake from Japan when I was there, and it's the one with the snake in it. Like the snake is in it. So I mean, like I've drinking that. I've drinking that. So I mean, like the ketchup whiskey thing. Like, in all honesty, like it wouldn't be the worst thing I'm drinking.
Like I said, I think we need to play Bean Boozled on stream. That would do it.
Later stream. So what do we want to do next? Do we want to do Dan playing a lot of banjo music?
Hey, wait a minute. I heard that somebody had a certain pop.
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
Brett, that's right.
It's your turn.
Okay, so if anyone's familiar with this, if anyone's familiar with this, if anyone's familiar with the Jones Soda brand, they put one of their weird flavors for the season.
Oh, that picture you shared? Oh my god, I saw that.
Yep, that's a real
Turkey
thing.
and gravy soda. This is a real thing, and I didn't even bother putting this in the fridge because I don't see how chilling this could make it better. I expect this to taste like carbonated soup.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, because I think, don't they make like a ranch soda as well? Like buttermilk ranch or something?
They have a bacon flavored soda.
I've seen that one too. That one looks awful as well. Like, it's like the quote from Jurassic Park, where it's like, your scientists were so preoccupied if you could, never stop to think if they should.
The great thing about capitalism is that you can make literally anything, and someone somewhere will buy it.
The great thing about capitalism is that even idiots can thrive. Even the dumbest ideas can find fruition. Like that's the beauty of capitalism, baby.
All right, here we go.
I feel insulted.
Post pics, Brett. Post pics.
Or didn't happen.
Pics or didn't happen, Brett.
You already have it.
Pics or didn't happen. Post pics as you're drinking.
Where is it, Brett? He said you have the picture. I don't see it.
It's I posted it like a few days ago in Creator.
Oh. It's not the same. Nope, you need to post
yourself
drinking it.
You need to post like the initial, like before it's opened, when it's halfway done, and then when it's empty.
Yep.
Feel free to divide it into quarters if you so please.
I'm gonna go ahead and pour a little more of this bourbon and Coke. I'm gonna refrain from adding the ketchup though.
My phone is all the way on my bag. You get it.
Oh, you can grab your phone.
I hear stalling.
Yes, I too hear the stalling. Maybe we could get some banjo tunes from Dan while we wait.
Sure.
Play Jeopardy!
I would have to figure that one out on the fly. But yeah, I did promise to play everything I ever learned.
Wow, Brett left the chat.
But when I sat down and actually did that, I would probably be playing for 35 to 40 minutes, even if I only played the A and B part of each song. So that would be terrible. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play a truncated selection of them. Let me see. I have it right here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 songs. I'll play that. That's a good compromise. And I'm not going to play all the way through. These are folk songs. These are songs that usually have an A section and a B section. So I'll just play that. So give
Do
me
you
a
guys
second.
still want to see me drink this?
Well,
Yeah,
I
of
mean,
course.
waiting on that.
Go
Brett
ahead.
is
Go ahead.
streaming his drinks.
Alright, here we go. Okay. I surprisingly do not hate this, but I don't like it either.
Chug it.
Put the pics.
Chug it.
He's on video.
I'm streaming it.
Chug it.
I'm not seeing it on stream.
Chug
I
it.
see him.
Where
I
is
can see
he?
him.
Oh.
Oh, he's just streaming a screen in the Radio Mythoverse chat.
Oh. Okay. 1 second. I have to change my source.
Means you're gonna have to do it again, Brett.
I mean, I'm saying he should just chug it. Just chug, 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 chug.
Yeah. I didn't
Well, we
I
need to
was
see
doing
it.
that.
Fixer didn't happen.
I needed a warning that you were doing that. Give me a second.
Right now.
I love the idea that Brett might have to drink it again.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do it again because I didn't see it.
There's a profile picture for you, Brett.
Do it again. I wasn't looking.
Well, hang on. We're waiting until
Literally
it's,
what's happened.
We're waiting until his face stream is on the Twitch stream.
Yeah, I have to do.
Or no one
I have to
watches.
do a screen
Okay.
capture. Give me a second.
I also see Washington has gotten to you.
Thank you for hosting this stream, Dan. I'm having so much fun.
No problem. Okay, there you go. You're on.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Do it.
Drink gravy.
Chug.
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 Oh, he's chugging.
Chug.
Oh shit.
He's definitely chugging.
And this was the night where Brett died.
Oh no.
If I
Oh,
survive
no.
that,
But then if Brett
if I survive
dies,
my drink, he can survive this one.
but if Brett dies, who will provide the MILF? For
Me.
The
I mean, we all can handle that.
well, good job, Brett.
He's established the MILF. All we gotta do is just keep it alive.
Good job.
And
I
Brett died.
applaud you.
Literally.
Okay, here's the thing. I've drawn
Wait, did he
Sasha
leave?
more
She
than
left the
Victor.
chat.
Yeah. It's
Here's the thing. I've drawn Sasha more than Victor has. I am very well capable of keeping her alive.
That's maybe one of the worst sodas I've ever had.
I just had a funny thought.
Pop.
A picture of Sasha as what was her name? Freak. GLaDOS. GLaDOS.
Oh boy.
Ah,
Wait,
Halloween, you
let
might
us
as well
come-
do Sasha as Elvira.
Sasha as Elvira could be very fun. I'd like to see that.
There was somebody else I mentioned. I can't remember who it was for Halloween. Tall lady.
Hell no.
Oh, I just remembered. I'm sorry, Dan. I don't mean to delay your banjo playing, but Neville, I think we have a treat for our dear viewers, right?
What's that?
I think we have a treat for our dear viewers. A preview of what Hallowed Harvest Volume 2 has to offer.
Ah, yes, of course.
In the best of voices.
Hey-ho.
Dan, I think we are ready to share Hallows Eve, the investigation, performed by Kermit.
All right, let's hear it.
Hallows Eve, the investigation. And so it is that in the month preceding that harvest and Sabbat, the Shade, that malignant keeper of lore, ventures into the world of man to collect new tales. Failing to find any of merit, he twists the bonds of fate to create his own, leaving gourds carved with grotesque images of the unfolded events. Nicholas Stent, Unusual Folklore. I recall
Sorry.
I record here the facts as I have both borne witness and collected through interviews with involved persons. For the avid amateur investigator, little of what will be relayed is of new substance, but the implications of the last hideous detail from that night threatened the tenuous, wholesome normality enjoyed by the bulk of civilized men. Not the women, though, they don't like it much. It was September of 2015 that I first became involved in the investigation of that furtive mythological scholar, Alexander Fitzgerald. At that time, I was an investigative journalist for the tabloid Mayagan Examiner, and upon hearing of the sensational murder of a pair of prominent newlyweds, I thrust myself headlong into that macabre web of happenings, seeking to establish myself as a man of daring and repute. The initial spark for Fitzgerald's madness, as reported to me by the captain of the Mayagan County Police Department, seemed to be an ill-fated crossing with a stranger in his youth. In his dying words, he told the kind-faced captain that he had encountered someone, or something, shrouded in verdant robes one Hallows Eve, and having spurned the stranger, was cursed to live out a tale most gruesome and fitting the Samhain season. That encounter was in 1998, and while at the time the experience affected him greatly, he soon let slip from his mind the malignant ramblings of the green-clad stranger as he pursued his studies of Greek mythology at the University of Michigan. It was at the university that he met his tragically fated wife. They married in October of 2010, and she was murdered 1 year later, on the anniversary of their wedding. The death of Mrs. Olivia Fitzgerald is cited by many as the beginning of Fitzgerald's madness, but I myself maintain that it was the encounter with the malign entity in '98 that precipitated his descent into serial homicide. Following the death of his wife, Mr. Fitzgerald disappeared from the state of Michigan for a period of 3 years, and upon returning was hired as an English teacher at Mayagan Middle School. Currently, no record exists of Fitzgerald's endeavors during his absence, beyond a few unverifiable tales of Shabbat-time orgies and sacrifices to the Olympian pantheon, whispered by the gossip-prone housewives and grandmothers of Mayagan County. During his year as a teacher, he was commendable for instilling in his pupils a love for the classical poets, building their education on not just the epics of Homer, but also the more obscure writings of such men as Apollodorus and Euripides. After the terrible occurrences of October 2015, various students noted his fervor, in particular for the stories of Cupid, the mischievous progeny of sensual Aphrodite, and linked this with the nature of his heinous crimes. The first murder occurred on August 22nd, 2015, though it received scant more than a passing mention in one of the local papers, as the victims were a materially poor couple in the vice-ridden slums of Detroit. Details from this crime scene bore little resemblance to the subsequent atrocities, being both sloppily executed and with little ceremonial embellishment, and the only link between them was the presence of a certain ethereal, gently phosphorescent flowers left at the feet of the lovers. The second murder, occurring in the waning hours of August 29th in a rural farm near Petoskey, was likewise poorly reported, although it was there that the modus operandi was more acutely developed. The elderly Langston couple was discovered in the midst of a cardioid outline traced in their own desiccated blackened blood. At the feet were those peculiar flowers seemingly plucked from the transient fields of some pleasant dream, arranged with hideous specificity. Both had been pierced through the heart, and were arranged such that they were held in each other's ghastly embrace. It was not until the third murder that law enforcement officials throughout the state were roused to greater vigilance. Around 7:30 a.m. on the day following their joyous union, a young state congresswoman and her husband were discovered in grisly repose on the steps of the Capitol building in Lansing. Like the Langsteads before them, the doomed pair were outlined with the romanticized image of a heart drawn with their blood, and again those otherworldly flowers were arrayed at their feet. The day was September 5th. In following this case and potentially discovering the root of this terrible evil, I saw my opportunity to rise above the station of a lowly tabloid sensationalist. I would prove my worth as a true-blooded journalist, striving to uncover all within my power of the events most important to the citizens of my dear home state. Setting out with a modest collection of camera equipment, a time-weathered notebook, and an indefatigable yearning to uncover and expose the depravity that lay at the tenebrous depths of this case, I soon arrived in the capital of Great Michigan. Securing interviews with the state and local police departments was a matter of prime importance, though they deemed tabloid reporters beneath the value of their time, instead granting the much-desired details first to larger news sources from in-state, like WNEM and ABC. As such, I derive most of the pertinent official details from public press releases. However, through the good graces of a friend from my youth who was married to the sister of the groom, I was able to secure valuable interviews with the families of the victims. From their trauma-sheltered impressions and recollections of panicked phone calls on the evening of the murder, in conjunction with my familiarity of the various families and citizens of Mythoverse County, I was able to divine, albeit at a time almost at the end of the ordeal, certain information that led to the police raid on the house of Alexander Fitzgerald that fated Halloween, where he was discovered dying from a deep wound to his abdomen. So far as my studies and searchings have carried me, I have been unable to uncover the instances of further homicide in the month following this grand, grotesque display. Given the highly visible and publicized nature of this particular incident, I suspect that Fitzgerald spent time lying low, biding his time for some greater or more personal event. It was on October 17th that he committed what must have been in his demented imagination his crowning act. Elizabeth Bentley had married Ethan Bishop on Friday, October 16th in Mythoverse proper. The following day they were found in a marvelously sickening display at the intersection of State and Main Streets. In attempting to understand this case, it is vital to note that Fitzgerald had here parted with his typical arrangement of the deceased, where in previous cases the victims have been pierced through the heart. The new Bishop family had their hearts removed in full, including the pericardium, and these were found charred and smoldering in the space between the lovers, who were laid facing away from each other as in antipathetic strife. Likewise, the ephemeral flowers, instead of standing neatly at their feet in a bouquet, were bruised and dashed on the outline of the two separated halves of the cardioid heart. 2 weeks later, Alexander Fitzgerald was found almost entirely exsanguinated, yet still feebly grasping at life by the Mythoverse County Police Department in his own abode. The reader may at this point have a partial or even complete grasp of the connections tying the preceding facts together, but for the sake of completeness, I shall here explain the officially recognized course of Fitzgerald's madness. Mr. Bishop had, in his younger years, relentlessly bullied Fitzgerald for his fascination with the fantastical and foundational myths of the Hellenic peoples. When Fitzgerald asked Miss Bentley to accompany him to one of the periodic school dances so popular among the youth, Mr. Bishop interjected by firing a heart-shaped paper dart from a straw into Fitzgerald's face, and mocked him by implying that he had implored Cupid to give him success with Miss Bentley. Fitzgerald left crimson-faced and sniffling before Miss Bentley could offer a response. This, in conjunction with the death of his wife, was the presumed motive for the final murder. The antecedent murders were viewed as a twisted set of rehearsals for his consummate revenge. This line of reasoning is agreeable to the rational mind, being ultimately mundane. However, I witnessed certain things in those final days of the case. There is the matter of that one utterly inexplicable object that throws matters into a different light, with implications that not just our current knowledge of events, but perhaps our understanding of what constitutes reality and unreality are incomplete. For I was in Mayagan County toward the end, despairing for lack of new details, and an inability to determine concretely who the perpetrator may be. I witnessed the damnably ethereal flowers, which, despite the damage, were still among the most beautiful specimens I have had the fortune to observe. I saw how they seemingly evaporated in the sunlight, such that no specimen was able to be preserved. I witnessed Obadiah Lorenz, a private investigator who operates out of the remoter corners of Mayagan County, together with a man clad in curious shining bronze and missing his right hand, enter Fitzgerald's house some hours prior to the police raid. I heard the scream as Fitzgerald was pierced with an ornate bronze spear, and witnessed Obadiah and the strange one-handed man leave, and how they left no trace other than the mortally wounded Fitzgerald. All these, however, possess some plausible rational explanation. Perhaps someone had been slighted by Fitzgerald and wished revenge, or more likely a member of one of the victim's families contacted Obadiah, and he deduced the identity of the culprit more rapidly than anyone else. Alternatively, there may have been some illicit dealings, and Fitzgerald was on the receiving end of some form of mob justice. With regard to the flowers, they may have been an especially fragile breed cultivated carefully by the Olympian-obsessed Fitzgerald to resemble the mythical asphodel found on the fields of Hades. It was that last monstrous, half-glimpsed image that had seared itself so profoundly upon my consciousness, and which causes me to lose sleep at night, that leads me to more wretchedly impossible conclusions. One may be able to deduce from my propensity to wax verbose that I am an avid reader, particularly of older literature. In my personal reading, I have perused a vast number of texts, many mythological in nature. One such item was Unusual Folklore, discovered tucked away in a forgotten alcove of the Mayagan County Library. It is an obscure volume, of which I have only been able to verify the existence of 3 other copies, which collects partial transcripts of stories and fragmentary descriptions of creatures fantastical and terrible, albeit from no recognized mythology on the planet. One such entity is called the Samhain Shade, a green-clad creature seemingly tied with the Wicca, though no reference to his existence is made in any other extant text. He materializes in various places around the world, seemingly at whim, from the first days of October until the day of All Hallows Eve, seeking new stories to add to his collection. He supposedly guides those who fail to produce worthy material to harrowing and tragic fates, leaving a pumpkin carved with a scene from one of the malign events. That terrible thing I glimpsed after the raid on Halloween night was a tall figure. Though it was dark and exceedingly difficult to make out the details, I perceived it as being clad in a Viridian cloak. It stooped down to leave something in the bushes, then vanished shortly thereafter from sight. The reader may here choose whether to regard my closing statements of this tale as the pure insanity of overwrought nerves. I myself pray that this is the case, but I know that what I witnessed was the Samhain Shade, and that poor Alexander Fitzgerald encountered the same entity in his youth, damning him to his ignominious fate. I also know that those flowers may have been actual asphodel from the depths of Hades, and that humanity is but one of many spiritual species inhabiting this and many other transcendent planes. I know these things because that accursed item that deposited in the bushes was a pumpkin, and on it, carved with infernal detail, was a panorama of my investigations, ending with the exact view of the Fitzgerald house that night. Addenda. My publishers have found the photographs from the crime scenes too vulgar for the sensitive eyes of our dear readers. As such, I've collected here artistic depictions of the first, third, and final murders, as well as one of that abhorrent pumpkin, dictated from my memory and, quote, appropriately titled. It is my intention that these images provide not only a more concrete visualization of the horrors recorded in the preceding account, but also relay the otherworldly undercurrents of what I have discovered. There, the images of the various murders. Aside
And
from
do you
that,
have them ready, or do I need to send pictures on Discord?
And now it's Kermit's reading of a leftist meme.
Oh God.
Listen, we're gonna be here all night if I do that. All right?
Yeah. Let's just share the images associated with the story.
Kermit, is this the part where you introduce Alice Cooper?
Yeah. Let me just dig those up real quick.
It's the Muppet Show, and tonight's special guest, Alice Cooper. Yay!
Yes.
Very good. Well, that was a very, very, very nice reading. Thank you, Neville. Let's see if Dan can bring up those images for the stream, so that people may enjoy the murder and guts and gore.
I ship it so hard.
Okay. Okay.
Caught my attention again.
Okay. Next time we need to go on Cameo and see if you can get Christopher Walken on there. I want to hear Christopher Walken read that.
Oh dear God.
Oh no.
That is the sound.
Here, mind. I know this meme is old, but do you mind if I partake in this in a little bit of the voice thing and do the prank call for somebody on the stream?
What do you mean prank call?
The prank call meme. You know which one?
I genuinely have no idea. I'm
the Joker one.
Barely cognizant of what's happening right now.
Do I have permission? Do I have permission to indulge in this a little bit?
Go ahead.
I see no reason why not.
Alrighty. Hello, Dylan. I would like to order a commission, please.
Yes. What do you want?
I want one commission of Sasha from the Mythoverse.
Okay, I think I can do that.
With small titties.
You son of a bitch.
That is justice.
I was waiting for but not lewd.
But not lewd.
Oh,
and then just hearing Dylan go,
Hello,
Sauron.
That would be too easy.
Hello, Sauron. I would like to order a picture from you.
Oh, it seems that Dan is showcasing the images from the story.
I am doing that, yes.
Yes, it seems that I am assuming that the same image is up that I can see on stream. This is the... Oh, it just flipped. So it was the image of the murdered congresswoman and her husband, and now this is Miss Bentley and Mr. Bishop.
Okay, let me put the other one up real quick. Is this the one you're talking about? The end of Office Romance?
Yes. So that is the murder of the congresswoman and her husband, and I think there is another one that is the poor couple from Detroit, the unfortunate poor.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if you already showed that one.
I think I did.
Very good. Then we can show calling card.
Let me put that up again real quick.
All right.
The unfortunate poor.
I like how the images are the murder victims are described as artistic depictions. So it's like So I think it's funny how like this journalist went out of his way to find someone who typically draws anime artwork.
It is what it is. And then we have the calling card. So
Bezel,
three things
Bezel
in
is,
from the. Oh, go ahead.
Bezel herself is canonical in the Mythoverse. Technically.
That would actually be
Eldritch
funny.
Horror, the Mythoverse.
That would be pretty funny. But joking aside, bringing things into the series a tiny bit, as much as I can be serious while drunk. This image, the calling card, is actually part of what the Silent Shade is as a character in the Mythoverse. He will genuinely leave pumpkins that are just carved with ridiculous amounts of detail of the shit that happens from the stories he creates. So I don't know if the viewers can see, but in the eyes and in the mouth are actually images from the murders.
Nice.
So yeah, so you can expect to see more of the Samhain Shade in the Mythoverse moving forward, and I am very excited about that.
Yeah, starting with Volume 2, he has his own backstory and his own mythos that was established for this volume. I think in Volume 1, it was just a pretty neat character that was on the cover, but since then, he has been developed into his own entity, which is very cool.
Yes. Well, we couldn't take such an awesome design and just leave it vacant of any value in the Mythoverse other than being on the covers of stuff.
Right.
Like, it's such a nice design. I wanted to really develop the mythological aspects of him. So me and Nubble worked to make sure he made sense in universe and had explanations for what he does, why he does it. So I'm very happy with that.
Good. So am I. Very cool.
Okay. I asked a question in a Mythoverse Halloween, and I want someone to read it out loud.
Oh God!
Do you think that's how game journalists think of themselves when writing about games? I don't understand the connection between that question and what's going on, so we're just gonna skip over that.
It's so many years old. Drop it.
Where is this?
So I hope everyone enjoyed the Kermit reading of the investigation. So that's a slice of what you will be getting from Hallowed Harvest Volume 2. I look forward to when you can all hold it in your hands.
Yep.
As do I. Absolutely.
Hold it closely, fondle it, make love.
Never, Dylan.
And read it in the Kermit voice, as intended.
Yeah, that is how it was intended to be enjoyed.
As God intended.
And on the third day, God said, on the first day, God said, "Let there be light," and Kermit was born.
Very good. Very, very good. Alright. So
that said, it's quarter after. It's about 10:20 now. Does anyone want to hear any banjo music or?
Oh, I would be thrilled to hear some banjo music because I don't think I was able to make the Adobe Kroger stream where you played a bunch of banjo while drunk. So this will have to suffice as substitute.
All right. So, like I said, if I played every song I knew, it would go on forever.
So, yeah. Just a little bit.
That's not a humble brag. That's just time marches on. So, I picked a group of songs that'll sound good. Played in succession. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Get this sucker over here. Get her tuned up.
Oh God.
Oh God, what?
I got a bad right hand from when I got stabbed.
Oh, who stabbed you?
It's a long story. I won't get into it, but just general doing like games, writing, working with my right hand, it just hurts like a motherfucker sometimes.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Oh, and Sauron, I'm sorry. I never finished the request on the phone call. So, the prank call.
I was like, what?
I would like to order a picture from you. I would like you to take a picture with military personnel.
All right.
Except they're all Coast Guards.
I'd rather stab my hand again.
It's a good excuse not to do it. Your hand's been stabbed.
Goddamn coasties.
Alright, so...
If there's any Coast Guard listening, I just want you to know I don't care if you're offended.
I mean, does anyone care if they're offended? My understanding
I doubt
is
they
that
even care.
nobody cares.
I doubt they even care.
They know they suck.
Jesus.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Sauron's got a reason to. He can mess with them all he wants because he's a veteran. James, I don't know if you got the same luxury.
Listen, I don't need a reason to hate anybody.
I'm just piggybacking off of I'm just piggybacking off of Salem. So, sorry. Oh, I'm still drunk.
Yes. Okay, yeah, Sauron doesn't have a reason to hate anyone, he just does.
I just hate.
he is Sauron.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense that he hates everyone. He's Sauron. He wants to rule the world and have nobody else exist, but also have everyone under his thumb at the same time.
Under Sauron wouldn't be a thing without Morgoth.
Hey. I'm my own man now, alright? I've long since moved past that.
Hey, Sauron, I'm noticing something here. So, I think you're lying. I've seen the movie. You weren't stabbed. You had your fingers sliced.
Same difference.
And I also recall all it took was a few sliced fingers, and all of a sudden you exploded.
Also, you were foiled by some short people.
Hey man, short people would be dangerous. That's why I've adopted the policy, like anyone shorter than me, I just attack on sight.
Hey, we don't call them short people, we call them vertically challenged.
Alright, very well. Banjo music though, I think we were preparing that.
Midgets are also an acceptable term.
Boy.
What about Hobbit?
We got spicy.
That's the spicy word. That's the one I can't.
No, but
no, they were all led to Isengard.
But no, in the context of Lord of the Rings.
I mean, that's exactly what they are.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, you got the. Oh boy.
All right, so
I'm excited for this.
I'll start with. I'll go ahead and call the songs out in case anyone has any trouble recognizing them. This first one is Loch Lomond. Let's get a nice tempo going here. This one is called Simple Things. This one's called Home Sweet Home. Now I'll do Scotland the Brave. Oops. Now I'll do Snowdrops. Now I'll do Baltimore Fire. Now I'll do Jesse James. Last one, Old Joe Clark. And there you have it.
Thank you, Dan, for sharing that beautiful music.
Well, made a lot of mistakes, but you know, that's what happens
Yeah,
when you play live.
Well, you see, here's the thing. I'm too drunk to notice, so I just enjoyed the music.
Good. I enjoy playing it. That's my chief way to relax, is to pick that up and play it.
I'll actually have to watch back over the stream so I can hear it.
Yeah. All right. Now let's relax. Now let me do a dungeon as Adobe Kroger the Paladin, not the Scholar, the Paladin.
Ooh, which dungeon?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna do an expert roulette.
The dungeony kind.
Oh, I wonder
lovely,
if
yeah.
in deepest Mythoverse lore, Adobe is aware of the Samhain Shade at all.
Maybe.
And has had any has had any interaction. That might be interesting to explore next year.
Could be very well. Could be. To answer your question, Adobe is level 80 as a paladin, a white mage, and a red mage.
Ooh, I hate you!
Why?
I barely cracked level 80 as a white mage.
Ah, well that's awesome. What server are you on?
Ultras.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Fucking weebs.
Midgard Swarmer.
Weebs.
Eventually, Theophilus. will be
Hey,
able to
hey
join
Sauron, then
Adobe.
what are you? Then what are you into, huh?
Me?
Yeah, you giving shit to the weebs. What are you into?
That's none of your business, weeb.
I'll
Tell you what, the minute you stop being a weeb is the minute I'll tell you what my interests are.
He's just
All right,
he's a
hey,
loser.
all right. Then Sauron, I'm not a weeb, and to prove it, I've got whiskey and beef jerky right here.
I've never seen this dungeon. I'm getting spoilers.
Oh yeah, I pulled out my whiskey.
Yeah,
It's sitting right here next to me.
This is Matoya's relict, and it's a very important part of the story. So
Oh, but you want to know something funny?
Yep.
The tower. Okay, no, this is not the tower.
Whiskey I have is it's actually a Suntory whiskey, which is Japanese.
Fucking weeb.
Oh my god.
No, there's a distinct difference here. All right.
I
recently got some good strawberry sake. Oh my god, I cry every time. I drank the whole bottle that night.
Oh, yes.
I really like Suntory whiskey, Sauron, but the problem is where I am right now, it is insanely expensive. Like it's like $60 for one bottle where I'm at right now.
Damn, like mine is like I think I spent 34.
Yeah, and where I was before, it was like 45 for a Suntory whiskey, but like yeah, I can't. Suntory whiskey's good, but it's not, you know, $60 good.
Yeah, but that's not worth it.
Right, Salem. Speaking of weaves, you remember the Boondocks one with Uncle
I'm sorry, which one?
And a job application, that one.
Oh yeah.
These things strike fear into a wave's heart. Social interaction. Deodorant. A job application.
Hey.
I just think it back to that exorcism episode.
I have one thing to say to you all right now. Just one thing. Fuck you.
No. Hey. Listen,
Hey!
your opinion doesn't matter.
I've got Bezel as my main artist. Do you really think that I've got anything against the weeb look?
You should. Only cultured people dislike weeds, right, Sauron?
Okay, and I poke fun, but I'm a weeb too. In fairness.
Well, then you are clearly uncultured.
No, I'm just dropping a nice big glass of fuck you all.
I'm sorry. I'm a weeb. No. I'm a weeb supremacist over here. Okay. Especially nowadays, looking at the comic industry. I mean, I'm sorry, manga over Western comics. Period.
Man, it looks like Sauron and I are gonna have to start a crusade in the Mythoverse. This will be the first.
Start a
major
crusade. Wait,
exploit.
you want to defend Western comics right now?
Let me give them a couple.
It's not defending Western comics.
More or less
It's
just
destroying the
bullying
weeds.
weebs. No, I don't want to destroy them. I just want to bully them.
Oh,
Hey, Salem.
That works.
Salem, we need to draw little stashes, little Hitler stashes on their faces.
That's just cruel. That will get us banned.
I mean,
Sauron already is medieval Hitler.
I'm already halfway there.
Well, you're just telling them. I mean, you got non-weak supremacy over here, just going.
Look.
Hey.
Look. Sauron got defeated by the Undermensch. Literally, the smaller people.
Oh, are you gonna take that sitting down, Sauron?
He took it as a big fiery eye.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Ooh, are you gonna take that? Are you gonna take that, Sauron? Are you gonna let this hobbit supremacist?
I'm gonna be perfectly
Talking
honest.
that way.
I kind of drowned that out. I'm playing New Vegas right now, and I'm trying to gamble, so I have no idea what you just said.
Oh,
He just said you lost to the hobbits.
No, yeah, but I said because you were talking about how you're pretty much medieval Hitler, and I was saying you literally lost to the Undermensch, the Undermen.
Oh,
okay.
Listen, no. Sauron is great. You cannot beat Sauron.
I mean, he was
Sauron
beaten.
is the greatest. You cannot beat him. Don't try. Listen,
Too late now.
Mordor
Too late.
belongs to the big men.
Sauron is the greatest
Exactly.
leader that there's ever been. I mean, look at him. The other day, I called him. I said, Sauron, the hobbits, they're coming into Mordor, and he says, don't worry, I got plenty of orcs and Orcai, and a big, beautiful wall. They can't get over that. And I said, Sauron, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. And then all of a sudden, he stopped returning my calls. Something must have happened.
I hate the fact that I don't have any alcohol for this right now.
Listen, it's all fake news. The hobbits never made it into Mordor. Sauron
Exactly,
stopped them at
it is
the
all.
border 'cause we
It
have
is
the
all
strongest
just
borders
fake.
here in Mordor.
It's all just fake news developed by the Gondor Foundation. Okay,
There's a
folks?
hobbit cost tonight.
Wait. Right,
Oh,
right.
no.
And Gandalf is just like Joe Biden.
Oh no.
No. Gandalf. You know, he was a good guy once. He once helped my good friend, Saruman. But then all of a sudden, he slapped Saruman around, and he stopped being his friend. And I said, why? I could be friends with Rocket Man, and yet you can be friends with Saruman? Gandalf, this is not what good leadership looks like.
He said, there is no war in Boston Bay.
There is no war in Boston.
This has been a good stream. I thank everyone who's showed up and enjoyed this, whatever the hell this is.
This is a monstrosity.
It's called Samhain propaganda, okay, folks?
How can I forget? It's the Samhain propaganda. You will all enjoy the Samhain season, or the Shade will visit you. And you best have a story ready if he visits you.
Oh, I've got
Life's
many
about to
ready,
become a
believe
lot
me.
harder.
Hey, you think we can pull up sausage dress as the sound shade, or would we get in trouble? Because
I mean, that'll just be the suicide of the stream. We can do that in like 10 minutes. What was it? 10:40? If the stream commits suicide in 10 minutes.
Well, because most of the shows is like thighs and abs.
It's YouTube. They hate you, Dylan.
Wait, you just got a it's not YouTube today. Twitch.
Oh, shit. Well, there's a small chance, but I'm still betting on Dylan the Stream Killer coming out on top here.
Well, I mean, I have boobs. Maybe they won't shut us down.
Yeah, you know. Maybe if there's a bunch of simps asking fucking Bunny for feet pics, maybe they'll let us stay.
Yeah, but I have access to that word.
Oh, shit! I forgot. Yeah, Sauron has a certain pass.
Wouldn't be the
orc
first
pass.
time.
The orc pass.
Would it be the first time for what? What me?
I'm glad you caught that.
The first time for what though? I don't get it. What are you about to say?
Here you go, Dan.
Never mind. If you didn't catch it then you're not gonna catch it. You know.
Oh no! I caught it. It sounded like you were halfway through.
No, that was all that needed to be said.
Oh,
It was in
okay,
response to something else.
Okay, very well. I understand.
Good. Good.
It all makes sense now.
Good.
Good.
Ooh.
Let me
Unlimited
N-word pass.
Unlimited. Allah.
Wait a minute. I'm still saving those up to summon Sauron. What are you guys talking about?
Remember
I mean, Sauron's here. Yeah, you don't need to save it up to summon him.
Oh, no. I'm in for a rainy day. You guys don't understand. There will come a day when I will be able to summon Sauron. There will come a day.
Now, you know, the thing is, at times I've contemplated summoning Sauron. However, I decided to try what South Park did. And I tried to summon Biggie Smalls.
I just accumulated all the passes everybody keeps trying to give me that I will not use.
See, but here's the
a
thing.
lot of people don't realize though, because you know the new Candyman came out, right? A lot of people don't realize that the original pitch for Candyman, the new one, wasn't actually going to be Candyman. It was going to be even harder of a reboot, where instead they were going to summon me, and instead of saying Candyman 3 times, they were going to say the N-word 5 times.
But it doesn't always work. Me and Dylan have tried that many times, and you don't join the chat, and it makes us sad.
You tell me that you say the N-word?
Who said that was a summoning word? You're just putting words in our mouth.
No, okay. All jokes aside, there was a night where we were in chat. I think it was Salem, me, Dylan, and Brett. And I swear to you, I don't want to name a name because I don't remember exactly who, but one of you just casually said it, and I was proud, but it was so funny. One of you just casually said the N-word, and I was like, oh well, damn, all right then.
Probably not me.
I'm so glad that I wasn't there.
But
anyways, back to
here's the funny thing though. You brought up I mean it's a Halloween stream with it being the Hallowed Harvest Volume 2, and we're bringing up Candyman. Now here's the thing. Did that film end up doing good at all, or did it not come out yet?
It came out.
Oh yeah.
Okay, because from what I recall, the reviews were not very good, and apparently they all had to do with the fact that they said that it did not go far enough in its themes.
Well, because it's like, because it tries to present itself as like a reboot, but it's really a sequel. And I think a lot of people were kind of turned off by that because a lot of people were expecting Tony Todd to come back. And he's in it technically, but he's in it for like 5 seconds. So I think a lot of people were like thrown off by that because a lot of people were expecting Tony Todd, not just, you know, not Candyman. So I know that was like a big thing. A lot of people were very annoyed by, because even Tony Todd, like, he said he was going to be in it, but, you know, to be on his own credit, he didn't like specify how much he was going to be in it. The fact that he kind of like said that, but didn't really go into deeper detail, to me was kind of like, okay, so he's probably not really in this.
It was the same thing with like it was the same thing with like when they announced that Jeff Goldblum would be in the Jurassic World sequel.
Well, that was worse because he was in the trailer all over the place. However, anyone who knows movies could tell you that, okay, he's not really in this movie because the trailer, every scene he was in the trailer was the same, like, scene, obviously, that courtroom scene.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know, I met Tony Todd when I was a teenager. He's actually a really cool guy.
Oh yeah, he seems really cool, like...
Yeah.
Seems like one of those...
Cool voice.
Oh god, yeah, he's literally got the voice of death. In a good way, though. Not in a bad way. It's the good kind of, like, the sound of death, not like the bad sound.
Yeah, I guess I was just disappointed to hear that. I was expecting certain things to be bad, but I guess the thing that I was actually really hoping for was that they were gonna keep to like that original, like, you know, like it being an urban legend or like a folk or like a modern folklore kind of thing.
They kind of keep that, it's.
But
It's one of those
it's
cases-
the thing is, from what I've read, they were a lot more focused on getting a certain message across rather than trying to make it like a believable tale that you hear in like a modern day setting.
It reminds me of Rings, where they tried to make it modern day, where it's like an internet video and not a VHS because no one watches VHS. But
Right.
it also does the same thing where it's kind of like you didn't really need to update it, like especially with Candyman, because the story of Candyman in itself, like you didn't need to be modernized. It was pretty much like already like it had that, like you said, like that mythology kind of story where, you know, it's kind of already it's kind of timeless. The fact that it was a mythology to it made it timeless.
May I bring up a point? The reason why I think they did that with the Rings may have been to keep people from having the plot hole complete.
I mean,
so VHS tapes are scary as hell, alright? But they're not around anymore. So why is the threat still viable? Like, it's still scary.
Right.
That's why they brought up.
Unless it's somebody who finds it in an archive and is looking for it.
Yeah, but even then, it's not the Grudge, it's the Ring.
Well, here's
Anybody
something
who has to
interesting.
watch it.
Here's something interesting about the Ring, though. It's actually based off of a real Japanese urban legend. And here's the thing: a lot of people forget this. You can't only contact this spirit through the videotape. You can also contact her through the phone.
Okay, to be fair, it's actually based off of a bunch of books that were written. They
Well, that
just
doesn't mean
the
the
last
book
two
can
out.
be based off of folktale.
Did you ever see the
Yes,
video
but
game?
it's based off of several things. No, but like, basically the story is about a, what do you call that? Somebody who is able to take pictures with their minds and then kind of produce them psychically.
Eidetic memory? No, that's not what you're talking about. Eidetic
No.
memory is like the perfect photographic memory, like can remember every minute detail.
No, what Samara could do was she could produce these images verbatim from her head. But they were like photographs. I don't remember like the whole thing behind that. But the reason why it was tape related was because it had to be image based, not through the phone.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the appropriate term for that would be.
But yeah, that was why. So for Candyman, I'm wondering if that might have been because they were trying to keep people from complaining about plot holes due to.
Well, the thing about that's what I was saying about
modernized-
Candyman is like the whole story behind it was already more timeless. Like he could apply even to the modern day because all you needed was a mirror and just say his name in the mirror.
That's a
all
fair
you need.
point.
That's
That
what
is
I'm
a
saying. It was
fair-
already timeless.
Because don't they have the same thing with Bloody Mary?
Yeah, same thing with Bloody Mary, where it's just you just need a mirror. It's not really much else to it.
Yeah, there's no real need to modernize that. I could see it for the Ring, but not for that.
Well,
so,
it's
yeah,
there.
it was
It's
one of
not
those where it's just
necessarily.
like-
It's not the process that's modernized. It's the other like urban legends they've created that attach to it. The problem is though is that these urban legends were only sparked off by certain things that have been going on in just the year and last year prior.
Yeah, because in this one, it kind of presents it as like there's more than one Candyman. Like it's like a collection of them. Like there's a bunch of them, and they all have like different stories and stuff that makes them Candyman, but they're all essentially tied to the same kind of like original Candyman, which is the Tony Todd Candyman. Like his appearance is totally like sequel bait.
I see. That's not okay.
It's like oh, you came to see Candyman? Well, here's the setup. Here he is. It's the setup for the next movie. But I don't want to, like, no. Get me to enjoy this movie, not the next one. Not excited for the next one. Like, you know, that's the modern Hollywood trope, is that, you know, get excited for next product. Consume product, get excited for next product.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there can't be a ton of movies that
He's on to
are
us.
enjoyable on their own.
All right, folks. Well, it's getting close to 11, so I gotta call it. But is there anything anyone else wanted to say before we cut the stream?
I am genuinely thankful for everyone who backed the Hallowed Harvest Volume 2 campaign. Thank you. I'm super excited to be able to share these stories with you. It's been a lot of work and stress for everyone, and so I'm very happy to share everyone's hard labor with you.
Absolutely, I agree. So thank you for all your hard work getting this project together. Thank you to Nebel and everyone else that couldn't be with us tonight. We're responsible for putting this together.
But Nebel is here.
Nebel is here.
Howdy.
Oh,
Yeah. why are we saying he's not here?
No, I said Nebel and everyone else who couldn't be here.
Okay, yeah. I guess I can give some special thanks. Special thanks to Bezel for providing the art for the investigation, Forrest for his art on the hunt, and then who else is not here? Ginger Foxy for my best worst Halloween, and then Jacob Grodzic for the exclusive cover variant.
That's right. All right, folks. With all that being said, thank you for joining us tonight. Hope you all had fun listening to everyone sing and play and drink. And we will do this again soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.